Why, hello, crafty friends. I thought I would do something a little bit different today, seeing as how is the new year and, everybody likes to do new things to make themselves feel a little bit better to start the new year off, and then, hopefully they don't peter out at the end of it. Well, I thought I would share with you something a little more personal other than cards. You see, this is my fourth year of doing planners. Well, going into my fourth year anyway. And I thought I would start off with showing you my very first planner. Now, I got this on, I believe it was a clearance section on a whim. I came across a planner channel of some sort back in 2021 and thought it would be fun to do a planner because I haven't done something like this probably since high school. And that was kind of a long time ago, if if you ask me. So this was my very first planner. As you can see, I've embellished it with a few stickers. You can see 2022 here's kind of rubbed off. This thing's been through the ringer. It's got this heavy-duty coil, this laminated cover, and when you open it up, you get a few little planner stickers in here. And then you get this nifty little pocket that you can take apart and put stuff in. And I really utilized it as well. I'm surprised it's still holding up. And then when you get into it, you've got like over year for your view. As you can see, this was 2021. Different places to plan your crafty projects, which I thought was kind of neat. Now, I didn't get to utilize the entirety of this because when I bought it, it was already January 2022, and this was from this started in July of 2021. So just to kind of give you an idea, it gives you all these different neat places to, plan out your projects and what you'd like to do, if you like to sew, if you like to craft, and then it comes into doing all of these little spreads of the actual calendar itself, which I thought was neat. And then you've got your individual days here, which I thought was a lot of fun that I ended up filling up quite a bit. Now this keeps going on, and then, you can see, how much of it I actually got to use. So this was my very first planner that I used. My second one was this guy. This was a solid cardboard with, again, the different type of ring. I didn't end up using a lot of stickers on this because I like the cover as is. Always do what you love, which I try very hard to do. Sometimes being an adult gets in the way, but this was a happy planner one. I don't think... No, the other one wasn't a happy planner. This one was just a generic one that I think Michael's just carried. Oh, that's one of my drawings that I did. I wonder what else I have in here. Anyway, I digress. So I ended up decorating the other one with stickers. This one, the little elastic band, I think, came off, and I wanted to make sure to tie this one shut. Again, I think it's the same concept. Yeah, except this one was like the vertical one. I did end up like using the entirety of it. Mind you, I probably skipped a few weeks here and there, but I ended up using the stickers that I'd had with the happy planner that I'd gotten extra outside of this one. I really liked this column aspect of planning. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I'm not a planner, so to speak. I've watched a few planner videos. So the other one, you had little blocks like this to write in. This one I thought I would try with the vertical columns. It gave you like places to put your goals, what you wanted to say, focus on. It gave you a little saying in the front, and then you could easily just, add in what you needed to add. So this right here was my 2024 planner. It was very similar to my 2023 planner with the hardcover cardboard. I mean, it's not a hardback, but it's I guess it could be considered a hardback because the first one that I had was a laminated one. But this one's a pretty sturdy cardboard cover, and I really like the heavy-duty rings here. This one really held up. I know closer to the end of the year, I lost the little elastic band that went around it because of all the heavy use that I had gotten up until about September, when kind of things took a shift in my life, and I relied on this less and less because I was doing a lot less things and focusing more on my new career or job, if you will. But I believe you can get this one for $20.25. This one's got a little bit of a different layout. Let me see if I can't find a page here. Yeah, like I missed the last week of August, yeah. The last week of August I missed. So you can kind of see how these are laid out in blocks right here. And I really liked it because I could add in a lot. So this was similar to my first one with the little blocks that you could write in, but these ones went right across. This, I believe, is an A5 book, which I found this book compared to my other books. Like, I'll show you the difference in size. So this was my first one, my 2022. This one was my 2023. So they're both fairly the same size. And then that one was my my 2024, and that is the A5 size, sorry. And I think I really like the A5 size because this is smaller than my iPad, and it fits in my work purse. I really appreciate these guys because, you can flip these covers right around and then have it back, and then you got something of a smaller footprint to work with. So these were really neat. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I wasn't going to bother getting another planner. I wasn't. I was just not. I was going to be done with it. 2024 kind of fizzled out about September. That's when my life kind of shifted. I cut back on doing so many markets, and I ended up starting a new job, and I just wasn't putting stuff in my physical planner, and that was a big deterrent for me for deciding on whether or not to get another planner. But you see, I make a calendar up for our fridge so that way I can stay focused on the tasks that we need. And Mr. Crafts kind of has a little idea of where I'm at time-wise because he works an opposite shift of me sometimes. So that way we can stay focused on what we need to do. So with that being said, I ended up going back through 2024's book while I was rewriting this new calendar, and I just became so nostalgic. There's something to be said about looking back on like a journal of some sort or another, and I kind of see the planner almost like a journal. It was just a list of the day-to-day things that I needed to complete just to live. And I, looking back at some of the different markets that I've done, some of the different projects I've done, I was like, oh, I really need another one. I'm going to cave. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. But I kind of went on a side quest because I tend to squirrel a lot. So this side quest got me on to this guy right here. I was watching another video, I think her name's Fructus Illustration. Her name's Jen, and she runs a small business, and one of the things that she talks about was some of her planners. Now, I'm a sucker for art. I am. I'm a sucker for doodling. I'm a sucker for all things crafty, and one of the things that she had talked about was this book right here. And it is the name of I don't know if it's the name of the company. It's AHGXG, and it's a A5 lined book. And she said she really enjoyed this one, so I thought I would do a bit of an unboxing, if you will. And this, I believe it's 100 GSMs for the paper. It's 320 pages. and it is, apparently it's not supposed to bleed. I'm not sure. I've never used one of these books. This is going to be more like a, I guess, an art journal, and I'm not going to give myself any pressure. This is just going to be something that I will pick up and I will doodle in. Doodle what? I don't know. I think this is going to be one of my things for 2025 that, when I don't feel like making a card or doing something for YouTube or a design team project thing, or I think this is just going to be something that I gravitate to when I want to get some creative energy out. So, upon first impressions, I really like the feel of the cover. I believe it's like vegan leather of some sort. And when you open it up, you got like a little place to put your name. And then contact. I can't speak. Contact page, so page and topics. This is kind of neat. I've never opened one of these books before. I've only ever seen them on like YouTube and, whatever advertisement Amazon has. Oh, and another thing, I will try to leave links in the description box down below. I received an Amazon gift card for Christmas this year from Mr. Crafts to get whatever I wanted off of Amazon, because sometimes it's so hard for our misters or missuses to figure out what it is that we need, and there's so much stuff that we have in our crafty spaces that it's just, here, take a gift card. Get what you want, right? So I think what I might just do is use this for personal journals, maybe some doodling. I do like the concept of doodles, and it looks like, yes, it looks like you get 2 little bookmarks, so you can have half of it for drawings, you could have half of it for journaling. I don't know, I thought this was a neat idea. It looks like you've got a little space here for a pen, and it looks like you've got a little elastic here to keep everything tidy, and you've got this big fat pocket. Oh, this is pretty neat. So these look like they're some sort of sticker dividers, like filing cabinet thingies. I know, I have all the proper terminology, don't I? So this is kind of cool. I didn't realize it came with these. And these look like they're like post-it notes. Yeah, these look like little post-it note sticky things. So these could be your tabs for if you want to keep your thoughts separate or something. That's kind of neat. I don't know exactly how or what kind of format I'm going to use for this book yet. I have every intention to doodle in it of some sort, either writing my thoughts out or getting some sort of doodle out. Yeah, so I don't know. Overall, I think this is kind of neat. So we're just going to put this away for now. And that's a little stretchy. That'll give you some room if you get stuff that you need to stick in there. Overall, I'm alright with this book, I think. But I'll have to see as time goes. So last but not least, in the same vein of planners, I thought that I would actually get a planner. So I caved and got myself something that I had on my radar last year. Now, last year when I was looking for planners, I could not quite decide. And then my sister had offered to get me a planner for Christmas because, again, she did not know what to buy me as far as art supplies go, and she didn't want to buy me something I already had or get me the wrong thing. So when she asked me what I wanted, I said a planner. Now, I had given them a list of planners that were relatively inexpensive, and then the ones that they settled on was the 2024 one that I sent you. Now, this one was on my radar. I didn't think I was ready for it at the time, and I'll tell you why in a second. So this right here is the Clever Fox, I believe. Yes, it's the Clever Fox Weekly Planner, and it comes in this box wrapped in cellophane, which we are going to get into in just a second here. so this was an interesting planner. I did a little bit of research on it and thought this would be a fun one to try. So it comes in this really nice white box, and I chose purple, so hopefully it's purple because I haven't looked at this yet. So it comes with this little How It Works weekly planner book, and it gives you the introduction, and by using this planner you will incorporate gratitude and affirmation techniques into your daily agenda, set yearly goals with the most important aspects of your life, break down your goals into milestones and then into daily action steps. Stay connected, focused, and motivated. So this is kind of the foo-foo that got me hooked on this book in the first place. I thought this was going to be really neat, but at the time of looking for journals or planners, this wasn't what I needed then. But I think now this is what I could use. So it just goes on to show you the different tables of contents that you can set up. So you've got gratitude, self-awareness section, you've got a daily ritual section, you can set up a vision board, which I don't know that I've ever set up a vision board. That's something I might have to look up because, again, it's a little foo-foo to me, and I think I'm ready for the foo-foo. So we've got goal setting page, we've got focus, which I need a lot of because I do lack in focus sometimes. I've got a mind map, and then monthly pages, and then we've got weekly pages, we've got dot grid pages, and we've got what next. And then top 10 productivity hacks. So then it goes on to talk about your gratitude and self-awareness sections. And then it goes on my daily rituals, which is some things that you can set that you want to learn or adapt or adopt to this year. Your favorite affirmations, which I do have a few. And I think my favorite one is, when you've had enough, and you'll know when you've had enough. But until you've had enough, you haven't had enough. And what was the other one that I really liked? For every action, there's a reaction, and how you choose to react will better shape your experience and overall mental state of the situation, or something like that. I don't know. I've got them written down in another book. So on the same lines of, trying to give myself affirmations and motivational inspiration, I thought this book would be kind of fun. So here's the vision board, which is going to be interesting because this is something I've never done before. Have you guys done a vision board? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. So here you got some different goal ideas that you can set. And then you've got my goals for finance, personal development, fun and recreation, and spiritual. And then there is stuff for my focus, which I need a lot of. Choose your brand name and set up an online store. So that's something I've actually already done. So there could be a lot that I could be doing with this example, so to speak. Drop 20 pounds, maybe of chocolate or some candy, I don't know. And then it goes on to give you different ideas that you can do. And then you've got your mind map where you can kind of set up these little spider webs of bubbles that you could strategically put on your page to figure out which way you want to brainstorm things. And then you got your little calendar here. So I thought this was kind of a neat idea to incorporate a different type of planner into my life. So again, here's your personal to-do, your habits and skills that you can track, that you don't have to necessarily track all this stuff on your phone. And I like this week's wins and how I will improve next week. I thought these two were kind of neat because we often forget to consider the wins that we've had in a week. Like, I did the laundry and actually folded it and put it away. That sounds trivial and a little silly, but sometimes you've got a clean laundry basket and you've got a dirty laundry basket. And sometimes you forget which one you're pulling out of. That kind of sucks. I'm just kidding. But some people have that struggle. But you know, again, putting the laundry away, that's a goal in my mind. Putting away the dried dishes on the rack. You know, sometimes people just come home and they don't want to do it. So I would see something like that as a small win. And then you've got the dot grid pages and what's next. And then you've got the top 10 priority productivity hacks. So I thought this was kind of neat. And then this is the actual book itself. So I've kind of gone through the how to do guide without even showing you the book. So it comes with this little no hassle refund from Clever Fox. You get these neat little stickers that you could throw in your book. I believe you can buy other stickers, and there is a Pro and a Pro Plus version of this book. I just got the basic model of the book because there's only so much foo-foo that I can handle, and I plan on delving high into the foo-foo. So that we've got that. And then the book again comes in a little bit more cellophane, which I really like this color purple. So let's dive into this. Oh, that feels nice. Again, I think this is a vegan leather. I could be wrong. But by using the Clever Fox, again, it just reiterates what it said in the book. So you got 1 year weekly planner layout. And the one really interesting thing I found about this book in particular is that there's no dates. And that was one of the things that I thought would be fun, because you don't have the dates. You just write the dates. So from what I understand, if you miss a day or a week, it's not a big deal because you haven't wasted that page. And that's what I found a lot of the problem I had with some of my other planners, is that I kind of felt guilty for missing a week. You know, I didn't get to use the week, so I didn't get to add the stickers or the plans or the things that I wanted to do that week because I missed it. I got busy, or I just didn't feel like it, or for whatever reason. So this one I think is going to be neat because it's just going to be almost like, again, a journal of where you were in life at the time of writing, you know, in it. And it comes with these 3 little bookmarks, so it looks like you can map off the important parts of the book itself. So you've got all these dot liners here that maybe, you know, you could put a bookmark in here to mark off where these begin. Again, you can doodle and do all sorts of things in this one. You know, and then you've got your weekly that you can do here. And then you've got all of your calendars that you can fill in right here. So you can easily just use these little bookmarks to mark off where each of these are. So here's your mind map again with the little spider webs of bubbles on where you want to go kind of thing. But I don't know, I think overall this is going to be a neat book. This really feels nice. I like the texture of this book. It's very smooth, especially with the other one. The other one has more of a grittier feel. This one's quite smooth. So these are the 2 books that I got today. Again, they both come with like little spaces to put your pen. This one too comes with a little stretchy thing, and it does have a pocket back here like this one to put all your stuff into. And I'm kind of excited to get into these books. And yeah, so these are both A5 roughly, and they both have some pretty decent paper in it. I forget which this one was. I'd have to look on the website again, well, the Amazon listing. And I will make sure to leave these guys in the Amazon, their Amazon links in the listing down below, or if I could find them anywhere else, I'll make sure to link these products there as well. Let me know in the comments if planning is something that you guys like to do in a book, on your phone, on a calendar. How do you keep track of your day-to-day lives? I'd like to know in the comments down below. So this concludes my video, and I appreciate you guys all for tuning in and listening to me ramble on about planners instead of cards for a change. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care.